Hello and welcome back, guys. You are gaming with me, Brothgar, and today I've got some more Planet Coaster for you. Now, in the last episode, I introduced you to my little park here and built this roller coaster that we have going on there right in front of us. However, I told you last time that I was going to theme my park around islands in the sky and also working through the canyons and really working with the terrain tools quite a bit. And this is what I have come up with right here. I painted this bad boy up over, it took about an hour or so. And you can just kind of see what it's become right there. Just using the normal terrain tools, just pulling and pushing. So essentially, what I ended up doing, just so you guys know, is I ended up pulling a single rod straight up and then expanding it out like a giant mushroom. And then using smaller and smaller tools to kind of push in the surface and kind of make it rough here and there. I have a whole time lapse of that. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now. So anyhow, yeah, that's how I created this little island floating in the sky, and I got to admit, I like it. It looks pretty good. It turned out pretty well, especially for my first attempt right here. So what we're going to try to do in this episode here is I'm going to try to build a little bit of a roller coaster on this. I kind of built it with the plan that I was going to put a roller coaster on it, so it's going to start somewhere up near the top here, and it'll go up and have a nice little hill that'll drop back down, and then we should be able to kind of go through the tunnel here, or shall we say the cave inside of our island right here, and be able to loop around and take this path that is carved into the side of the island right here. Come on up and maybe do some sort of inverted loop at some point, and then go right back on down through there or something like that, and then come back up to the top of the island right over here, and then do some sort of little loop and finish up at where we begin. So not a really big roller coaster, but it's going to be a coaster that's all included right on this island right here, and it's meant to be kind of aesthetic. So I don't want to have something too big, and I also want to try to avoid, that's going to be the big challenge today, try to avoid supports going off the island and keeping them just on the island right there. So I've already looked at some of the roller coasters that we have thus far, and I think the coaster that's actually going to work for this is going to be the custom looping American Aero, specially designed for inversions. Either that or the other coaster that might work right here is the Hyper Coaster Equalizer. So it's a hyper coaster with 80s styles train right there. So I'm going to try one of those two, and one of those will become it. Anyhow, if I were to try to do ones that are like cloud runners or more or less these inverted ones, those supports come up and go down in a triangle every time. And if you start to do something like that, well, we'll have a support going from all the way up here, way down there, and that will kind of just become a real mess real quick. And I don't want to dirty up my park like that too fast. And the other theme is, once we kind of get this built right here, I'm going to try to actually do a building on top of it. That'll be for another episode at some point, because building the roller coaster will be enough for this one. I don't want these episodes to be too long. I don't want them to be like these 30-minute monsters that I keep uploading. It'd be nice to keep them right around 10 minutes, something that's nice and consumable and, you know, manageable, more manageable for me to edit and upload on a regular basis. So let's head on into this roller coaster. I'm going to get it started, and we'll jump right into a bit of a time lapse here. And at the same time, I'm going to also pop open some of your comments and read through them. Alrighty, so while that time lapse is going there, let's go ahead and read through some of these comments that you guys were left on the last video right there. It says, Lucia says, Brothgar, I would recommend making those queues bigger as you were losing a lot of customers. Overall, great theme park, and I hope you keep the idea of floating parks for one area, but not the whole park. And yes, I would definitely agree with you there, Lucius. This floating island thing that I have going on here in the middle of the map here is pretty cool, but it does cast an awfully big shadow. It doesn't at the moment, but you see it right there. That can be a little bit overwhelming, and at some point, it's going to really mess up the camera. So I think I got to use floating islands a little bit sparingly, but at some point, I want to have multiple islands and use like gondolas to move people between them. For right now, I've kind of have to use bridges and whatnot, and I'll figure out some other ways. As far as the queue line goes, yeah, they are a little bit short, but I was trying to keep the park compact. At some point, though, I definitely would like to make those a little bit longer, but right now, pretty much the park is packed to the point where just about those queues that I have right there is one full ride, so they fill up in the amount of time that it takes for them to fill up. So if you see these people getting onto the boat right here, it should be pretty much one full queue, and that should be about the total right there. And ideally, I think you want to keep those queue lines right around 1.5, depending on how much populations you have. You want to make sure, though, that you can fill a ride the instant that it opens up. That's the key to an efficient park. You want to make sure you can fill it. At the same time, you also don't want to keep people just standing there for like 3 continuous rides, unless it's like a big roller coaster or something like that. Ultimately, though, I think about a full ride and a half is the key number, at least what I've played in previous Roller Coaster Tycoons. Moving on, Eli Stone says, oh my god, bruh, I have been eyeing this game for a long time. I played Roller Coaster Tycoon game and loved them so much. The first one was my childhood as well. Awesome right there. Yeah, I know. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Whoa, that was a really creative speed build you have right there from Julian. Thanks so much. If you like things then you should check out the building in Sims 4. You know what? I have seen Sims games, but I've never ever tried one for some odd reason. I don't know why, I've just never done it. Mr. Basie says, hey, what's up, man? Getting that first in? He knows better. I did some collab with him just the other day. You can check out the last Overwatch video right there. Not too popular stuff on my channel, but you know what? It was good stuff, and he's a lot of fun to play with. Boss Gaiman says, Brothgar, you should put something in that hole. What a comment. Depending on how you take that one. He was referring to this hole right here. I definitely did not take that in a mature way at all the first time I read it. Had me rolling on the floor laughing there, man. I definitely am playing more as well. And by the way, welcome Corntopia, plays games bruh. Welcome to the channel. Looks like he's got a little pig with thug life. Nice. Heart to you too, Purple Master. Anyhow, thanks for commenting, guys. Let's jump back into this roller coaster. I think it's just about done. Alright guys, well I have completed my roller coaster here on the floating island in the sky. Kind of interesting. We'll take a look at it, see how it all works out. It seems like a couple of supports I've just ran amok and just gone crazy here. So let's go ahead and see if I can quickly take care of some of this stuff with some terrain tools. Hopefully. We'll see. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Try to kind of paint this stuff around and maybe get away. Maybe get rid of it. Some of this stuff is just going haywire, sticking right through the side. And that is unfortunate. A little bit annoying. But we'll see if we can get at least rid of this stuff over here where the roller coaster went a little bit wide. Let me just make up the tool a little bit bigger. We'll try to pull it out. Yeah, there we go. At least that works. Maybe that'll work in the other case too, of just bringing it out a little bit. Although it looks like some of the stuff, no matter what you do, is just going to be sticking through. I don't know what's up with it. Oh well, I'll figure it out another time. Anyhow, I tried to do my best to avoid that, but it looks like I failed a little bit. Anyhow, let's give it a ride though. I like this seat. This is a good one. Alright, so we got a nice big lift at the beginning here that's going to drop us right down. A lot of curves, a lot of big turns. Nothing too inverted though. No, I didn't go that crazy on it. So here we go. Woo! Nice! There we go, a little loop, helix thing. no supports on half of this stuff right there. And a little bit shaky, I got some smoothing to do. But nice, right down here through the tunnel. And right back up and over another hill. Now I kept this to right around snapping 23 degrees or so. So you can kind of see where that's kind of shifting some things around right there. But I like this part. That's a cool thing, being able to go through the tunnel there. It's a neat coaster. Oh, just enough to get across the top. And a long look down before we finish. Pretty cool. Scary Heights. Maybe that'd be a good name for it. Or Vertigo. Ooh, there you go. There's a good name for it. Alright, so let me go ahead and smooth this coaster up. And we'll give it another go. By smoothing some stuff, it looks like I might potentially create some more supports out there where I don't want supports to go. That would be unfortunate. Alright, one last smooth. Oh no! Come on! Smooth! Stop! No! The supports are still running through. Come on, guys. Tell this thing to cooperate and stop putting supports where I don't want them. Looks like you can raise whole sections up and everything. That's pretty cool. So that a tool applies to more than just one thing. I nearly got it, I think. Ah! What is it about that spot? I only got one support. One lousy support, and it's you. And you've got so much earth underneath you. Come on. Yes, I have done it. Oh, that took a little work. Save. All right, let's go ahead and give it a nice ride one more time. Now that we've smoothed it up a little bit, we'll see the improvements we've made. Let's go ahead and sit in here, but let's sit. Seat 2, car. No, you don't want the back seat. Yeah, this is a good spot. Nice first person view. There you go, sitting next to Mr. Dummy over here. I'll bring in the other sort of, you know, the people next time. Oh yeah, this is much smoother. Gosh, that smoothing tool really makes stuff nice. You know what? This is a pretty cool roller coaster. I like it. I wasn't so sure that it would really come out that good because it just seemed like it kind of got a little far off of my initial plan. But you know what? It's pretty cool. And it's pretty smooth. Oh, man. That's not gonna work sometimes. I like it. Good stuff. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. That was building a roller coaster on a floating island right there. Pretty cool idea. Fun stuff. I enjoyed it. And you know what? We'll try to build a little building there, bring some people in, but those are ideas for the future. If you got some other ideas for me, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down there below, and I'll see if I can get to you sometime here in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome. Peace. Brothgar out. And if I've earned your subscription, then thank you so much for that. Peace. Quickly now, quickly. We can do it. Rage potion. Help me out. Come on. Knock it down. Knock it down. One more. One more. Yeah. Woo. That's what I'm talking about. What up, dude? What up, dude? You weren't expecting me. Woo, baby. Spin, baby, spin. Spin, baby, spin. Spin, baby, spin. Woo. Ooh, you weren't expecting that one. 1 million. There we go. Now we're talking. That's the sound of money if I ever heard it. Woo! Kind of got a weird ring to it. I'm liking it so far. Bye-bye!